Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. I'm Heggy, you're with Aaron, Jacob, Cal. We've got another top 10 list today.
Ooh.
Top 10 Premier League centre backs of all time.
You're going to carry on that? Ooh.
Yes.
I liked it.
If you've been enjoying our videos, please subscribe, like and follow our other socials. Instagram, where you could potentially be getting involved in one of these videos in the future. Like one of our viewers has been in this video.
So he's representing you guys out there,
Yes.
so, you know.
But from now on, we're potentially thinking of putting polls out and letting all of the viewers give their lists, or individual lists if they want to.
And what is the Instagram? Is it at the Flat Chat Official?
That is at the Flat Chat Official. Follow us on TikTok as well if you don't already.
Yep.
And we will announce who's in the video. So there's us four.
Yeah.
We have our good friends at the Send Them Off pod,
Yeah,
Alex
lads.
and Sam.
Top
They've
guys.
submitted their lists. We also have Liam from Instagram.
Nice.
And we also have the boys from the Peace and Jam Sports podcast, Robbie, Callum and Kyle.
Brilliant.
Shouts to them.
Yes, go check out our podcast with them as well that we've done, and the Send Them Off boys. We'll tag them or link them in the
Yeah, of course.
description.
Yeah.
Right, top 10 Premier League centre-backs of all time. How many names do you think were mentioned this time?
Well, if the Send Them Off boys have put Ashley Williams in this, then the whole thing's a sham. I'm just getting that in there early. If I see Ashley Williams, I'll lose my head. Don't like that man.
I don't think they're that much Swansea fans as well. I think they
I think they are, but
Aye, they are. I
know they are, but
they're not
like,
delusional enough to put Ashley Williams in it.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was meaning.
But
how
I,
many names?
I don't know, 15 roughly.
Jacob?
I thought it'd be about 20 or so. I thought there'd be loads.
surely not.
Because I mainly because after I got 8, I was thinking, and then the last two the last one certainly I could have had like 5 or 6.
I'll go somewhere in the middle. I'll go maybe 17, 18.
There's 16.
Not too bad, to be fair.
We've got a joint 15th.
Ooh.
2 players on 1 point.
Okay.
So 10th on 2 lists.
Right.
Both lists are on this couch.
Oh, it's one of them's mine, isn't it?
Callum
Oh.
and mine.
Oh.
Who have you picked?
Who do you want to know first?
I want no Callums.
Callum has Kobo Toure.
That's actually not bad. I
Not a
thought
terrible
about him.
shout at all, to be fair.
Thanks, guys.
But
That makes you feel so much better.
I thought I looked him up. I was that close to putting him in. He didn't play much at Man City at all, did he?
No.
He kind of
A lot of mine was to do
wasn't
with...
old.
I think a lot of mine was just to do with the pure fact that he was an invincible.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this
Does
doesn't
one
count to
season
anything.
get you that?
No, that's true.
But he was
No,
good apart from that kind. That's why I didn't put him in.
He was good, and honestly, I was just struggling at the end, and I just thought, I'm
Who did you
going
have
to
in?
buy into the nostalgia and put him in instead of maybe a few players that are currently playing that I maybe think are going to be better footballers and potentially will be better
That's
than
the
him.
thing. I
That's the
didn't
thing
want
for
to really put in. I don't think I put in anyone that's still playing. Need enough, maybe a couple.
me. You're not
But
counting.
I
Van Dijk.
definitely.
Yeah.
But there was a few that are playing nowadays. I'm like, in a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
I've really struggled with this list. I think there's 8 guaranteed players
Yeah,
have to be in it.
Yeah.
And then it's just a toss up who you
Yeah.
want at the end.
Yeah.
Which is why no one else said my 10th. I went for, in my opinion, best centre back at the best Premier League team ever, John Stones.
Ooh.
Okay, I think that's simply just what we've just said.
That's
I just
a few
feel
years
too
time,
early. I think
Shaq.
he's a good footballer.
I was
Very
going to say,
good
they got him at CDM recently.
footballer. Yeah, I think he may go on the CDM list though in the future,
Yeah,
not centre back. No, we'll see.
Stones. I think he needs to do more because he's
Yeah.
obviously not even been like 100% starter his
I
whole
know.
time at Man City. His most league games he's ever played in a season was when he was at Everton.
I think that's very much a recency thing.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I think we
But
all
he's
agree
top
that he's
player.
been
Yeah.
top.
Very good
yeah,
player.
yeah.
That's why I think only I said him.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other shouts like that coming up.
Even give it a year.
Yeah, a year or two, I think you could
Yeah.
start
See
to
what
talk
happens.
about and get on the list.
Right, we've got joint 13th now.
Mm-hmm.
And then just highlight who said. So we've got Robbie from Peace and Jam. He had this player in 7th place.
Oh, it's quite high.
Right. Okay.
That's a good
And-
few
That's a good
points.
player.
Callum from the
Oh,
Peace and Jam,
not
not
yet.
our Callum, had this player in 7th place as well. So we've got Robbie, 7th place, Thiago Silva.
To be fair, see if you look at his career, I thought of players like that. I can't remember who else I was thinking of, but what he's done in the Prem, he's obviously been very good. He's
Aye.
hardly been there, and Chelsea haven't been that amazing since he's been
Yeah.
there.
I've that's how I never had him in my
It's-
list. I think he's more well known for PSG rather than
It's
anything
a-
outside the Prem.
Yeah, it's a Scott Heggie Suarez pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
he's not going to get him out of this. He didn't cross my mind. He's not been there long enough, and he's not been the player that we know him as.
Oh, he's been excellent.
He has been. He's actually probably been their best player this year.
He's been their
one of
best
their best
defender,
last year.
evidently.
Yeah, no, he's been excellent,
Yeah.
but he's not. He wasn't what he
Seventh.
was back then, and I just don't think he's in
Seventh
this
high
list.
on that one.
Not this list.
And Callum 7th, very similar theme to mine. It's Ruben Diaz.
Okay, yeah, I would just say the exact same thing about him.
Again, similar to John Stones for me in that as well.
I think they are pretty identical
I
picks.
think even Ruben Diaz though, there was a point where people were saying this guy he's probably the best centre back alongside Van Dijk. There was a season
Oh, they had
a few
that.
seasons ago, wasn't
They
there?
also did that with Laporte for a season.
Yeah, they
and
do
that's
that.
Stones now.
That's just the that is
And
exactly
they all
that.
still play for. They just have an abundant. And Ake and you can't.
And Ake came off injured, and they bring on Laporte, and I was sitting going, "Oh, this could be good for Arsenal." And Laporte comes on, and I'm like, "Okay." So
You're just sitting there in hope and
Saka's-
expectation,
yeah.
like, please God.
Saka's still up against a centre half.
You one centre back injured for you, and it's Holden.
Aye, I know.
That's a net benefit of Arsenal for Arsenal.
Absolute disgrace, man.
I actually don't think he's bad, Holden.
He's
Not the same level as them,
Nah,
obviously. but-
he makes it much harder. We can't pass properly.
No, he can't.
He's
And we
holding
have to play-
Arsenal back.
Well, thanks, Adam. We have to play a much deeper line because of him. But anyway, Rob Holding's not on the list unless Eggy is he?
He's
Still
not-
to
he's
get
not.
to that top 10.
I know.
Yeah. Right, 12th place. He was on 3 lists. Liam had him 9th. Robbie had him 10th. And Kyle had him 8th. A player before our time. Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, way before time.
I heard very good things, but
More of a manager we know him as a
Yeah.
Better
definitely
footballer
a
than manager.
footballer.
Yeah, he is just one of those players that we just don't know enough about.
no. I don't.
Yeah.
Did he
Is
get
that-
any
is that-
any England caps? You know, I feel like for some
I
reason
feel like
he
he
just didn't.
did. I'm sure I think
you able to look that up?
I think
or
I
not?
heard that as well. I feel like
I
I've heard
think
that before as well.
Like I feel he was excellent at Man U, and Sir Alex loved him, and
Yeah.
Man U won things with him,
Yeah.
and he had a partnership. But I feel like he actually didn't get England.
When you Google Steve Bruce, it comes up England football manager. Not
Yes.
player.
Oh.
He got a game for England B.
And that's it.
Oh.
So
It's the
I mean,
Real
maybe
Madrid
that says the
Castilla
level. Of,
I know, maybe, but I think he was quality. Him and Mott's at Palace as well. We just
Yeah.
didn't watch them. I know we'll probably have a.
watched them. We weren't born.
No, yeah, but there's other players that we didn't really watch either that are probably on the list because we've heard even more about and
Yeah.
Premier League years. That's what we were watching.
Because Bruce played a lot of his football, not even Prem.
Yeah.
it was before that.
Exactly. It's just even like I think
Yeah.
Tony Adams. I'm going to bring him on quickly. He's probably someone that we've seen bits of, but
Yeah,
not live.
As we
More on Strictly rather than football in terms of when we were born, but yeah,
But yeah, no, fair. It's a fair shout then.
yeah.
Right, 11th place.
just missing out.
Yes. This player got 7 points.
Okay.
He was 8th on Aaron's list, 8th on Alex's, and 10th on Liam's.
Right. Okay.
This player is Marcel Desailly.
Again, the reason why he was as low on mine is because a lot of the players like in the lower half of the top 10, as Callum said, like you've seen them, but you've not actually seen them
What you
play.
do? You could have big him up here. None of us have got one.
I was going to say like
I'm not slating this pick.
I'm not bigging up Desailly that much. Obviously, he's a great player, but like again, similar to you with Tony Adams that as well. I feel like he was
You didn't really see
maybe
much.
more like a Premier League years kind of thing rather than a actual seeing him play kind of thing. But obviously, he is that good that you've heard about him. So
We all know he was very good. Potentially,
I don't. Was his best football at Chelsea? Do you think?
That's what I was about to
I don't
say.
think it was either. And I think there's a few players like that though, and we've already mentioned one of them.
Chelsea over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
not for me.
yeah, I can understand why I missed out on the top 10.
I think I've actually looked on Google. He comes up in a lot of lists.
He does, yeah, he does.
Best centre backs.
But not in.
Not in ours.
Not in Callum Porter, Jacob Money's top 10.
Yeah, spot on.
All right.
Right, moving on to the actual top 10.
Here we go.
There we go.
Exciting.
This player got 9 points.
So he just get in.
Just get in.
Just get in.
Just get in.
Alex had this player 6th.
6th.
That's high.
That's quite high.
I had him 9th.
Right.
Sam had him 10th.
Okay.
So did Jacob.
Oh, I know who it is. then.
Where are all the players I've taken?
6th. He put him 6th.
6th.
Wow.
Gary Cahill.
I feel like there's some explaining to do on that pick.
He did give explanation.
He gave an explanation.
He did.
Did he give an explanation to every player?
Sam gave an explanation why I had him, not Alex.
Right.
But Sam was saying about how much he was an influence in that Chelsea team.
He
Won
really
so
was.
many titles.
Team of the years as well. He was in Team of the Years, I'm pretty sure. I had him 10.
This is another thing. He scored a lot of goals.
Did score a lot of goals.
Scored a lot of goals. It's actually probably. I thought about him. Potentially it's better than Cole Touré, but
he was part of different Chelsea winning teams as well.
Yeah.
Like he'd stayed throughout when they went from good to bad to then good again, and he was
He was solid at Bolton as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's what we call a sleeper pick. I think.
Who was it? So he was with John Terry, but it was David Luiz. Did you just say?
Yeah.
He was in a 3 with David Luiz and
Azpilicueta?
Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Was it Azpilicueta?
I think it was.
Azpilicueta. It was Moses and
Alonso. Yeah, Conte. That was. Yeah.
And then Matic, Kante, Pedro, Willian, Costa.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hazard. Sorry.
All right.
Name the full Chelsea.
It's a good team.
It reminds me a lot of another Chelsea defender that we might talk about later, if you know who I'm talking about.
It does remind me of him. Yes.
Yeah.
He's a bit underrated. He's always just been the partner to another Chelsea defender.
Right. He is good. He's good pick. It's actually it's the best pick so far, I think. Actually.
Yeah, I like it.
It's fair.
Did
It's
you have
fair. No, I didn't.
You didn't have him?
I like it. Cole Touré. I can let my bias seep in.
Right, 9th place now. Big jump. 26 points.
So this is the first one you could
What
say
was
that
10?
most people have gotten.
Cahill was 10th.
I know what was the points for 10th?
9.
Oh, that's
Thank you very much.
massive.
What
Well,
did
to
you
be
say?
fair, I said
26.
Oh,
I
okay.
did say beforehand I had my 9 and then 10.
So I've got all of these 9 as well. They're all on my list.
Same.
Right, every single person had this player except Robbie.
Okay.
So, right, let's try and work this out. Liam had him 6th.
Again, high.
Callum had him 5th. Not you, Cal. We'll refer to you as Cal, okay?
Cal, he's
Never
getting
been
Cal.
called that before.
No, I've got him as Werter.
Porter. Or Water Porter.
Kyle, Alex, Sam, and Jacob had him. No, that's wrong.
Who's the
Forget
player?
that.
Tell us the
The
player.
player's
Who is it?
Sam.
Yaps.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
That famous Argentinian.
See, the same. We've already made a few arguments for. We didn't see much of him. We didn't. Let's be fair. And
Yep.
we also made arguments saying he also didn't do his best stuff, perhaps at Man United or in the Premier League.
Yep.
He comes into both camps,
100%.
but he was a monster.
He actually was.
And it's just like he's that level just above. I feel when he was in the Premier League at least. And he potentially has probably played as many seasons as Thiago Silva has.
It's when you hear top players talk about him and
Yeah.
say he was the toughest they came against.
That kind of gives you points.
I think that's
doesn't
it. Stuff. It was Ferdinand Nistelrooy, who's a top striker, said he was the toughest when we played against him. I'd seen him in training, obviously, but against him in a awful game.
And this shouldn't come into it really, but I'm going to. But he looked scary.
Aye, the
Aye,
fear
yeah.
It's
factor.
that thing where I think we talked about Scott Brown. He tried to do it to make people
No, that's
intimidate him.
actually scary.
He was genuinely.
This guy's 6'4".
Aye.
Scott Brown is Scott Brown's
Scott Brown
really trying to
terrified
become a
you,
young
so,
star.
yeah.
You know? Could use some stilts to be fair though. But
Right, I'll tell you actually the order now. Sam had him 6th, Callum had him 6th, Liam 7th, I had him 8th, Callum, Aaron, Jacob 9th,
Yeah.
and Kyle, and Alex had him 10th.
yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Again,
You can-
good call. Good
You
call.
can see here though the age of people that have answered this is between 19 and 25, isn't it?
Aye.
Roughly, yeah.
So before you say it in the comments, we know.
Yeah. Next time, hopefully an older person submits a list.
We get to see what they say.
Yeah. Right, 8th place, up 1 point, so 27.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, close.
Right, me and Jacob had him 6th, Aaron had him 7th, Callum, Cal, and Sam had him 8th,
Yep.
Alex, Robbie, and Callum had him 9th, Kyle 10th, Liam didn't have him. It is Carvalho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gary Cahill potentially is actually more underrated because we've had him obviously high, like not as high up. But Carvalho was.
It's part of the best ever defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That counts for
Up
something.
there.
That counts for probably the highest part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
That is massive.
We talk about obviously players not having their best work at their Premier League clubs. He's definitely one you can say he 100% of his best work. At
And this is definitely a player that we also, I think when we were growing up, he was one of the ones that we were watching on the TV.
Oh yeah,
right
you
at
knew
the
about him.
start when we
How many
started
times
watching
did he win the
Premier
Prem? Was it 2?
Maybe.
Well, we won up to it.
Yeah, twice.
Okay.
Yeah, twice he did.
No, I think it's 2.
I know it's 3.
No, I know.
The thing people forget with Carvalho is he was ridiculously good on the ball.
No, yeah.
Well,
Like,
no, I mean,
he-
you went
they
to Real
both were-
Madrid, you know?
Yeah.
Real Madrid don't pick you up if you're not good in the ball.
People just
Took
think
Woodgate.
No,
They
fair-
took him.
Fair enough. I rest my case.
People think of Carvalho as this slow defender that was a bit no nonsense.
Yeah.
He was actually ridiculously good, just technically.
Yeah.
My FIFA team would tend to disagree on that.
He won the Premier League 3 times.
Oh, there you go.
04, 05, 05, 06, 09, 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chelsea
Yeah.
did.
That must have been
two
just
in a
when he was
row,
leaving
He
then.
was there longer than
Yeah,
I
that's
thought.
He won the
I
Champions League.
definitely deserves
He's
it.
on this list for sure.
He won the Champions League once and it was with Porto.
He wasn't there
Oh.
2012.
Oh, was that
David
04?
long gone.
And he won
Yeah.
the UEFA Best Defender of the Year in 03-04.
Fair
So
enough.
he beat Terry to it.
That was them winning the
I mean-
Champions League though.
Aye.
It's good.
And also, it's not also Premier League, is it?
No,
Yeah, like,
Doesn't really matter.
But no, he deserves a spot.
He definitely does. Yeah.
Fair play.
Happy with that?
I'm
Yes.
happy with that.
Right, 7th place, 34 points. 2 players didn't have this. 2 people
Who?
didn't have this
Who?
player.
Okay.
Me and Alex from Send Them Off.
Oh,
So,
Interesting.
Callum had him 4th.
me.
No.
You're Cal.
Right.
Right.
Liam had him 5th. Kyle 6th. Cal, Jacob and Sam had him 7th. Robbie had him
Who is
8th.
this?
Aaron 10th. It is Adams.
Aye,
I
so
didn't
you-
have him just 'cause I didn't see him.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's completely fair. It's completely fair. I mean, I had him quite. I actually think I have another Arsenal defender higher up the list, who I think a lot of Arsenal fans that are especially older would have definitely had them switch the other way around. But it's just because I saw more of the other player,
Yeah.
and we'll get to that later.
Sometimes
But-
you've just heard so much about a player, you have to put
Yeah,
them in.
that's it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Pele Maradona thing. Like, even guys our age, obviously, well, we've never seen him play, but we've heard so much about him. That,
Aye.
right, you've got
And
to
you've seen
put-
clips of them and
Exactly.
Yeah, he was a proper captain as well, and just he was though.
That
Yeah.
reminds you a bit like him.
At centre back, captain.
Aye, he didn't have
The
number 10,
silence-
that's for sure. In the back of his
He
shirt.
would not have like that, would he?
The
No, he did
silence
not.
tells
He
you
did not.
everything you need to know about the answer to that question.
But
I just can't really put players.
That's fair.
I've just never seen
It's
at
fair.
all.
well, no, we've already made that argument
Yeah.
for Steve Bruce. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't even really think of many highlights I've seen of that.
I've seen Bruce highlights
I
more than
definitely
Adams.
have.
I think it's Bruce attacking corners and defending corners. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just seen loads.
He just
of different
probably bet the
figures.
ball. It was just like,
Yeah. Right, we'll go to 6th place now. This player had 41 points, so a 7-point jump.
Mhm.
Right. Cal and Alex had him 5th. Robbie had him 6th, so did Aaron. Me and Kyle had him 7th. Jacob, Liam, Callum had him 8th. Sam had him 9th. It is Sol Campbell.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
An
again,
absolute machine.
invincible, and he's got the best part about him. He's a Judas.
And
And
he-
he left Spurs for Arsenal. He knows the game.
and he's got a good slide tackle on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Goes for miles. What a player. He was just so solid. He was so.
I didn't like that slide
No,
tackle.
I think I remember the game. Was it Croatia? They
I
had the
think
big
so.
massive slide.
Just brilliant.
That was funny.
No, he was brilliant. Athletic. Maybe underrated with the ball. Pretty decent as well. Of course he is.
Did he win the cup with Portsmouth?
I think he did.
Yeah, he did. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure he
did.
was there.
Aye, I mean top player. What else can I say?
Judas.
There you go. What you guys?
I think he'd have got a lot more caps if he played. If he was like if he was playing for Spurs or Arsenal nowadays, I reckon he'd be getting 70, 80 caps compared to what he got.
That's
He
because
was just
of
up
players
against,
against-
the
yeah.
two,
Yeah,
two
exactly.
people that we've not mentioned. I think he was just a difficult era.
Yeah. I agree.
All jokes and memes aside, he was
Yeah.
a fantastic player, great centre half, and I was gonna say you don't be the anchor defender in that Arsenal Invincible team without being really, really good. So fair play.
I'm gonna hit out with another thing that just means nothing, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Go on.
He doesn't sound like I'd expect him to,
Definitely doesn't.
does he?
No.
Nah, he doesn't. He doesn't have to say. I'm like, what? Really?
I don't know. I
No,
don't
say
even
that.
know what to say to that.
was gonna
I'm
say,
feeling
I've
Heggie.
never
I'm glad
heard
you
him
agree with
speak.
me.
I've heard him speak.
It
Yeah.
doesn't sound like you'd expect him to, I don't
No.
think.
I was gonna
I
say,
don't think I had what I expected him to sound.
yeah,
Oh,
expected
yeah.
expected vocal cords doesn't come into this.
Right, we're into the top 5 now. And it is a clear top 5. It is a bit of a jump. Jacob does this every video and
I can't
forgets
think
one.
of the foot. Oh, I've got it now. I know the 5. Come on,
I don't
first
know.
time ever.
Right, so we've got a 14-point jump.
Yep.
The best number in football, 55 points for this player. In 5th place. This player might not like being represented with 55, that's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
Right, Jacob had him 3rd.
Okay.
Aaron and Liam 4th. Kyle, Robbie, Sam and me had him 5th. Carl had him 6th,
That's quite low down.
and Alex had him 7th. The other Callum didn't have him, but he only sent me 9 names by accident, so...
we'll leave it out.
Would that have affected it?
Depends what it would
Give him 56, which is an important number for next year.
Would it have affected it anyway? It's all good.
It is Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Quickly, just before we go on, I reckon if we'd done this video a year ago,
He'd be higher.
he'd be higher.
I think it would as well.
Not on my list. I think where I put him is where I'd put him.
I'm shocked.
I put him 3rd.
I'm shocked I've got him as low as I do.
Pretty sure I had you.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm more surprised that I've got him.
He won.
Lower than everyone else.
He's one of the few centre halves to have won Player of the Season,
Yeah.
and he also looked like. I think, did he not win it when he didn't even win the league?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure City won the league and he got Player of the Season. He was 2nd in the Ballon d'Or, which again for a centre half's unheard of.
Unbelievable.
There was shouts of this guy was the best, not just in the league, but the best centre back in the world for a couple of seasons.
I think he
Probably
was.
Probably
He
was.
was.
I don't
Aye,
think it was.
he definitely was. Ramos was probably at the end of his time.
Ramos was probably very, very close to.
Yeah, but none of the others. They probably have had this, but none of the others
so far until now.
None of them had a prime where you thought, right, this guy is genuinely unbeatable.
His prime was the highest
But
so far. Dave.
What he loses out a wee bit on longevity
Yeah.
and what he's won, and just look who he is up against. Really, like these guys are monsters that have done it for
Yeah.
like God.
Because he was still at Southampton until the age of what? 26, 27?
Yeah.
26 probably, I think.
I was going to say, he's the only one that feels like he belongs with, I'm guessing, the next few names along the list.
Yeah, he does. He did.
I think something that hurts Van Dijk as well is the era he plays in when it comes to centre backs, because I think people rate centre backs better back in the day because they were allowed to absolutely slice players out.
Aye.
They wouldn't get sent off.
Yeah.
Van Dijk has to
Like he's-
shepherd players.
there's more
And he's
to
also
that.
phenomenal on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Compared
There is
to
more
some
to
of
it.
these.
Like back then, they didn't need to be. Like Tony Adams, I don't think was particularly great on the ball, but he was like a top defender, and that's all that mattered. You don't. I mean, I remember seeing a clip of Chelsea Arsenal back in the Invincible time, and they're just booting the ball back and forth to each other.
Whereas Van Dijk is actually phenomenal.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
ball.
I think
Both
that's-
feet as well.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I expect to see that clip on a low quality football compilations of just them launching the ball back and forth to each other.
Van Dijk as well had that ridiculous stat, no one dribbled past him for over a year.
Other than Pepe,
Yeah.
Nicholas Pepe did it.
Yeah.
A £70 million player eventually
Exactly.
skinning you.
I was
Well,
going to say, that's the
79
only stat you
flop.
can give him. Like, he dribbled past Van Dijk once.
Right. 4th place, bit of a jump again. This player had Aaron's favourite number, 69 points.
Nice.
Nuts.
Right. Robbie, me and Callum had him 3rd. Jacob, Sam and Alex had him 4th.
What a couple of people to be associated
Cal,
with there. I'll take
It
that.
was Cal had him 3rd, not Callum. Yeah.
Aye, I had him third.
Yeah. Right. Kyle as well had him 4th. Callum and Aaron had him 5th. Liam had him 6th. That is Vincent Kompany.
Captain, fantastic. As I
Yeah.
called him last week.
Or as Martin Tyler called him in that goal against Leicester, Captain Marvel.
Is that what it is? Am I getting it wrong?
Captain Marvel.
Damn.
He is a player that since he has left has grown more in people's hearts, I think.
Yeah.
It's just because he's a top guy.
It's the same thing. It's the nostalgia. Once they move on, you start remembering what
they
he's
did.
left. You know.
No one ever mentioned him this high up when he was there.
And I'm sure people, Van Dijk might even go up
As a
here.
top
I mean-
4 centre backs in Prem history. I don't think people did mention him that high up.
Not
Maybe
then.
not.
Not then.
But he was captaining the best Premier League side ever.
Yeah.
Starting, and for years you just said, find a partner for Vincent
He was
Kompany.
signed as a midfielder as
Yeah,
well.
find a partner for Vincent Kompany.
Exactly.
And for years they never really did. Whereas nowadays they've got
Who did they
So
have?
many.
so many options.
Demichelis,
They went through so
Otamendi.
many.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he made
Mangala.
jeez.
Who else?
He
They
made
had so many.
Demichelis and all that look good by comparison by
Mika
standing
Richards.
next to them.
He was amazing.
Another thing I think maybe with company is a lot of City aren't as loud as the other fans because there's less of them, and I think that's true though.
Yeah, and it
Man,
didn't get as much
look at many
praise.
Man
And
United
social
guys
media
are up the
stuff.
top. Look
Yeah.
at many Chelsea guys, Arsenal guys are on this list.
Yeah.
They've obviously had good histories in the past as well, which does help them here.
Yeah.
But no one at the time is really talking about company because there isn't that many people shouting for him.
Yeah.
You know, I think that is a factor, and I think
That's a good point.
Do you think he gets almost a couple extra points overall just because of that goal?
Yes. He literally won them a league.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you love that, don't you?
I love that goal.
Do you know the best thing?
It's- you know why I love that goal? It's because I dream of doing that.
That's
A
fair.
centre half captain scoring the winner.
The best thing about it is that actually when he shoots, if you watch a video of him from behind, you can see a guy leaving just as he hits the shot. You can just see a guy walking out, and I'm like, I hate to be that guy.
No, imagine that.
He denies it as well. He's like,
walking out early, you deserve it.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
I hate that. Walking out early.
What's mental is that he just keeps taking more and more touches closer and closer, and like no one closes him down because you just don't think he's got that. I don't remember another good Vincent Kompany goal in all his time. I know he scored another v Man U like header and stuff, but.
I think he potentially is the last elite, no-nonsense defender we've had.
Yeah.
The closest nowadays, maybe Lissandro Martinez. He's no-nonsense, I would say.
He's more of a terrier rather than...
Kompany was just levels
Romero's nowhere near these levels.
Kompany was classy.
He's a
classy defender.
Yeah.
Right, top 3 now. Probably everyone's top.
I know the order.
Not everyone,
surely.
but obviously, but...
do I know the order? Yeah, I think I know the order.
What's your order, Adam? What would you guess right now?
No, let's not spoil it.
Let's not spoil it. Let's go forward.
I wanted to know.
You'll hear these all on the man.
You'll hear. I was going to say. I'll keep on
consistent with it.
Right, third place had 77 points,
Mm-hmm.
so 8 points more than Kompany. Liam and Sam had him second. Aaron, Alex, Callum and Kyle had him third. Me, Cal, Robbie had him fourth, and Jacob had him fifth. It's Vidic.
Yeah.
One player of the season.
Yeah.
Best work in the Premier League, easy. Like
We don't really.
Champions League winner as well for Man United.
Can't come into it though.
I know it can't come into it, but it's nice wee bonus point. I think.
He won. If I'm right, I think he won 5 Prems.
A lot.
He came in, and I think Chelsea had gone off the back of
He came
3
in
years
and
without
Man U. Yeah, he came in and Man U hadn't won for a couple of years.
for 3 years because Arsenal won the 03-04 and then Chelsea won back to back and then they went and won 3 in a row. Yeah, and it was him that came in and that happened because
And as
Rio,
Adam said, it was at the time when they won the Champions League.
Rio got a partner. People try and look back now. We've seen a lot of talk about this recently with the Van Dijk Vidic debates and all that, and people are trying to highlight now his mistakes he's made. Of course, he's made mistakes.
He's a defender.
How
He
many-
played 10 years or whatever
of
it
course
is
he
for a
mistakes.
Premier League club against top
And this-
level strikers.
And that's the whole Torres narrative as well. Torres didn't even score that many goals against him. He just had a couple of horrible games he get sent off against. Actually, look at the stats. He did-
I've seen the stat and I fully agree. It's just how memorable they
Yeah,
are.
he
Because
got
you get
absolutely
absolutely
embarrassed
rinsed.
2 sending offs,
Yeah.
and he obviously
Like rinsed.
But Torres was probably the best striker in world
Oh,
football.
he-
at that
that
time.
time.
Yeah.
He was getting rinsed by the best
Yeah.
almost, but
He
it's
was
just so
no
memorable.
nonsense.
he was
Yeah,
again,
he was the
very,
last one
like,
before Kompany, I think.
very much like Stam, but he was scary as well. You know,
Yeah.
he's
I
going, he's
remember him
going.
playing with stitches in his head and stuff like that. I didn't care.
He was crazy.
Like Serbian monster.
He was. But, you know, third, I would have personally had Company ahead of Lowe personally. So
I was going to say, to be fair, I'm happy with Phil. I've got a lot of love on the Man United.
I had Kompany ahead of him as well.
I think I had Kompany ahead of him.
Yeah.
Like I had him fifth,
aye.
but he's good.
He's
Love
good.
both of them, to
And
be
he's
fair. They're very
deserves
good
to be
defenders.
up there
Yes.
for sure.
Right, this is a lot easier now to read out the numbers.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Second place is 88 points. Every single person had him second.
Wow.
Other than Sam and Liam, who had him third. That is Ferdinand.
But did they have second instead?
Sam
One of them had Vidic.
Sam had Vidic. Liam had Vidic.
Yeah.
They thought he was the better of the partnership.
Yeah.
Vidic.
That's probably fair enough.
It's a toss
The thing is, at that point, perhaps, but I think again we're looking at that longevity of how long Rio was there for. It was there for slightly longer. And is it maybe also the English bias we have?
Oh, I think
know we're not English,
I
but
know
we
you-
still have that media
Because the media
bias.
big them up more. Yeah, 100%.
Another factor as well that comes into it, I know we don't like to say this, like FIFA, but people remember Ferdinand being the quick one.
Yeah.
It would depend. If you packed him as an
It's
icon,
also-
you would then know bad.
He was also the one that I think now would do better because
Yes.
he was better on the
I
ball.
was definitely better than
He
him.
was the guy, he would drive out with the ball. He wasn't the aggressor in the way that Vidic was. He was the classy Rolls Royce.
I still think it's a partnership they do.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
The Leeds
I'm not saying that.
Do
I
you
think,
think that there's a better partner, there has been any partnership that's come close to that?
no, that's the best one. I know
Carvalho, Terry, potentially.
one season, yeah, but was incredible. But
Yeah.
that over that 5-year span,
Yeah,
I
they're
think-
consistent.
I
Yeah.
think Ferdinand Vidic.
Do you think there's any centre-back partnership in world football?
Maldini and Nesta probably.
Yeah, probably. That's the only thing that comes close. It
I mean,
pains
yeah.
me. It pains me as a Leeds man to put Ferdinand quite high because obviously he was a bit of a Judas.
He dumped
That's
you.
similar to Campbell, but I mean you can't deny quality and talent. And
I think,
Ferdinand
I
had
think
that
from
in
what
abundance.
we've seen in our
Yeah.
life, because we didn't see I genuinely do think that is the best partnership, Ferdinand-Vidic.
Mustafi and then Socrates was pretty decent.
Well, I was going to say Goldson Hollander during 55, but
I mean, Carvalho Mustafa, I think, something different.
The only one I could think of that could come close is Spain's Puyol Ramos.
Yeah, probably. That's probably a bit.
Oh,
that's
no,
probably
but
a
it
bit-
wasn't
Ramos
Puyol
did
Ramos.
right back.
It was Puyol Piqué, yeah.
But Ramos did later on transition.
But Puyol wasn't there anymore.
it's Piqué.
So it's not
To
a
be fair,
partnership at
I
all.
still really like
But
Ramos.
they played-
They were a free,
Yeah.
weren't they, at one point. Right,
Really good.
are we moving on to number 1?
Yeah.
No introduction. It was first in everybody's list.
Yeah.
It's John Terry.
It's John Terry. Of
First
course
to
it's
everyone's
John
list,
Terry.
100 points.
Second time it's happened. It happened with Kevin De Bruyne in the current midfielders list.
Yeah.
Says a
And-
lot. It says a lot.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like often perhaps underlooked to against like Ferdinand and that, but you cannot deny John Terry. He was an incredible player.
What about that as a partnership?
Definitely.
Terry Ferdinand for England.
Should have done more.
Should have done more. 100%
There was just
should have done more.
problems all
Because they also
over
had
that.
the best left back in football.
They had the golden generation. They had the pioneering golden
Baines.
generation.
Like Baines.
No, but they were missing a Michael Carrick deep line in front of them.
Oh, God's
And had
sake!
the four up front.
No, they don't need that. They missed a Michael Carrick.
Defoe and Crouch up top. That could have been.
That's
Ace.
That's prime
Jacob.
Fabio Capello.
of all
Ah,
time.
that would be amazing.
John Terry was brilliant.
Two foods.
He was, yeah,
Yeah, basically.
No nonsense.
no, it's very much actually like Vidic in that way, where he put his head on the line.
Oh,
It was more like Vidic than Ferdinand.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Best
so.
defender in the world at that time. I think.
for quite a while as well.
For quite a long time.
I mean, he just did, yeah, he did.
You just
it
remember,
so
I
well.
just remember videos of him, or probably even watching it live, where like he'd be on the ground having slid to block, and then he'd try and like block with his head or his face.
Yeah.
And I feel that's just John Terry.
What about his
crazy.
miss in Russia though?
Oh, when he
It's
slipped.
an iconic moment.
that was
No,
wild.
to be fair, I feel him in that moment now. Obviously, you know, when you're younger and you're watching that, obviously.
I don't, because
You're
he
like,
then,
you're like laughing. It's
he
funny.
then had a semi-final where he's off the ball, needs Sanchez, got red, and then missed the final. Like you're an idiot.
It was so unlucky with the Champions
I
League.
thought you were about to say they then had a semi. I was like, right. Heads in the gutter.
The
So.
one,
Oh, I was going to say Wayne Bridges' wife isn't here.
I was gonna. John Terry has two most memorable moments, and it is, of course,
Shagging.
he's shagging and lifting the Champions League trophy in the kit when he didn't play.
Full kit,
Full
shin
kit,
guards.
yeah.
He just wanted the moment, or then he'll even be.
No, top.
I'd be doing the
rightfully.
same. I'd be wearing the kit too.
Nah.
If all the McFist will get anywhere near the quarter Champions League final, you would be up in full.
I'd still be playing.
We'd have all joined at that point.
70-year-old men with canes walking about in the midfield.
Alright. So yeah, happy with that.
That's a good list.
That's a very good list.
Not often we
Will
agree.
we run through the 10 again?
Yeah, give us
Yeah,
in
go
order.
for it. So we had Terry, Ferdinand, Vidic, Kompany,
Okay.
Van Dijk, Campbell, Adams, Carvalho, Stam, Cahill.
I really like
It's
the
actually a
back
good list.
10 make
That's a
Very
good
good
list,
list,
I don't know
yeah.
why.
My nine of my 10 make the list. No Colo Touré.
9 of mine as well.
I'm not sure how many of mine did.
6 of them.
Aaron Desailly didn't.
Does he didn't, so.
9 again. I think.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm taking that.
3 9s and a 10 is how people would describe us anyways.
Who's the 10 then? Aaron.
Oh, guys. You're too kind.
I feel that's a perfect way.
That's a brilliant weekend as well.
Thanks again to Send Them Off Pod. Go check our podcast out over there with Sam and Alex.
Top guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liam as well, thanks again from Instagram.
And the boys from Peace and Jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robbie, Callum and Kyle, thanks again. Check our episode out on YouTube as well with them.
Yeah.
Check it out.
We will do another one of these. Top 10 centre backs currently in the Premier League.
No, that's going
Wait
to
till
be
the end
a
of the
lot
season
more
for that, maybe.
interesting.
A few weeks, we'll have a draft out before
We've got a lot
then.
of stuff coming up actually
Yeah.
at the end of the season. Coming.
Big stuff coming.
Yeah, very enjoyable episode, guys.
Yep.
Thanks again. Subscribe, like, and as always,
Take it easy.